think that was pretty typical of how we've been playing as of late. Pitched well enough to win. Offense was really good. Our defense was really good, and we were able to win a game tonight against top 5 team in America. So another good game for us, and now it's on to tomorrow.
Mark, you guys have scored 72 runs in your past 8 games. Is that something just from Hopkins returning to the leadoff spot, just seeing the ball better, working with the pitching machines? Is there one overall reason why you guys are swinging?
No, it's all the above. All the above. Guys are getting hot. We're training back to the basics. TJ's in the lineup, setting the table. It's all the above.
So many of these SEC wins have been come from behind or real tight. Was it nice to score a lot early, get ahead, and play with a lead for once?
Yeah, well, we did fall behind tonight. They hit the home run in the second batter of the game, so we did come from behind. So count that in the stats. Yeah, it's good to play good baseball. You want to be good in all phases. We were once again solid pitching wise tonight. Still would like to see us be better, but when our offense is playing like that, it was plenty good enough.
When you get such a big lead so early on, what do you say to your guys to keep them pumped up so that they don't have a letdown to let a good team like that come back?
Yeah, I don't need to say anything. These guys know how to win games at this point. You just keep taking one good at bat after another. You don't take pitches off. That's kind of our mindset, period. So whether you're up, down, that's our mindset. You just keep playing the game. It's a 27-out game, and you play hard and you play focused for all 27 outs.
You know, Rollison hadn't given up more than 5 in a game this year. What was your guys' key to be able to get so many off him?
You know, I don't think there was any secret tonight. We did a good job with 2 strikes. He only had 3 strikeouts tonight, and when he made mistakes in the zone, we hit it hard. There was no secret. I think our guys had a good approach. They took good swings when they had the opportunity, and they laid off balls that maybe teams might chase sometimes. So just quality at bats through up and down the lineup.
Logan maybe didn't have his best stuff tonight, but what did you see out of the bullpen, especially Ridge coming in? I think that was his 3rd straight outing where he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, that's key. That's key for us. Ridge and Graham both there at the end, having power arms and pounding the strike zone is a huge development for us. And TJ Shook, once again, gave us 2 innings and gave up 1 earned run. When you have a lead like that, that's good enough. But I think Ridge and Graham there at the end give us some serious options if they can continue to pitch like that.
The dugout seemed especially lively tonight early in the ball game when y'all scored the first and the second and third and just kept it going. This team, does it seem like their confidence is just so high right now that they can just about beat anybody?
Well, we do have confidence right now, and the confidence has been earned with how they're playing. Once again, when you score no runs, it looks like your dugout's dead. When you're scoring a lot of runs, you have a lot of reason to celebrate. So to me, I think that's kind of chicken and the egg. When you score runs, it looks like you have a lively dugout. I've never seen a cheer score a run in the dugout, so I don't want to overstate that. But you have an entire dugout that really is into trying to stick together and pull for each other, and when you have that, you have a good strong bond among that team. So to me, I just think you're seeing a team that has stood together through some tough times, and now they're getting the rewards and enjoying the rewards of playing good baseball.
I know you mentioned that the Presbyterian game was kind of a turning point for your team. Is there a moment that you can pinpoint that it just all kind of turned to the positive?
You know, I don't remember exactly in terms of the games, but I do remember. I do remember the speech that night after that loss. I do remember very clearly what we did the next day in practice and the tone we tried to set those 48 hours between the Presbyterian game and the following Friday night game. To me, that was the turning point. That whole development that started after that night when we lost that game and the adjustments we made. A lot of different adjustments on the field and off the field. So clearly that is a turning point right now, but we're still a long way from the finish, so I don't think we need to write this book just yet.
Mark, nothing against Noah when he was in the leadoff spot, but what does Hop give you in that spot now in the lineup?
Well, he gives you speed and power, and he gives you a veteran at bats, period. If he gets on, he's a threat to steal. He can hit a ball in the gap. He can hit a ball out of the ballpark. And he gives you good 2-strike at bats now, probably much better than he ever has in his career here. So he's really developed into a nice hitter. He's hitting, I think, 360-ish at this point. So got a guy like that hitting at the top of your lineup. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Game Cognation always, has great energy, but did you feel like there was an extra buzz tonight at Founders Park?
Well, I thought especially before the game, I thought more people were in the ballpark earlier, getting ready for that game maybe than is normal from what I've seen this year. So I think the fans are starting to really appreciate what this team is all about. They understand it's a blue-collar team. They understand it's a team that had to take a lot of gut punches but didn't allow itself to get knocked out, and now it's really fighting back. So I think that's what this state is all about. I think that's what our fan base is all about. They appreciate that. And so I would anticipate our fans continuing to really get behind this team. It's a great thing to see.
Without giving away too much of the scouting report, what was the approach going at Olenek tonight, and does that change going into tomorrow with the night he had?
Well, he's 4 for 5 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs, so we better change the approach tomorrow. Good hitter, really good hitter. That's a really good offense over there. We talked about they have speed, they have power. On a night, Friday night, they scored 5 runs on 12 hits. That's still pretty good. So it's a very dangerous outfit they have over there. Olenek was really good today, so we're gonna have to look at the video and see exactly what adjustments we may need to make.
You've talked about them before, but Justin and Hunter obviously had big nights tonight. Just how much of a spark do they give this team, especially playing through some injuries and kind of being in there every day?
Yeah, I think once again, those guys, Hunter and Rowe, both are not 100%, but they're playing through it, and they're playing great baseball. So I just think the rest of the team feeds on that. If you can't watch how well they're playing under not perfect circumstances and not be motivated by that to make sure you're giving everything you can for this game, then something's wrong. So they're playing their best baseball probably they've ever played in their career, and they're doing it at less than 100%. That tells you what kind of heart they have.
Coach, I know heading into the season and probably early in the year, there's maybe some question mark about the bullpen for you guys, and it seems like that's really come on here lately, and you finished the game with a couple of pretty big arms here today. At what point did you see that kind of gel, and what was kind of the key in getting that group to come on like this?
Well, Skylar, obviously we have a pitching coach that didn't join us until after the fall semester was over. So I think sometimes it takes a pitching coach time. It takes pitchers. You saw Graham Lawson tonight. Graham is finally healthy. Rich Chapman hopefully has found himself in the bullpen. That's a guy we used early in the season as a starter. This clearly may be a better role for him. So I think it's a matter of guys developing over the course of the year, getting better with Skylar, getting used to what makes them tick, and then finding the right role for him. To me, it's a combination of all those things.
Mark, speaking of Lawson, what was the thinking to go ahead and get him in tonight, just to maybe get him warmed up in case you got to use him the rest of the
Yeah, well, we didn't, Ridge was pitching so well that we didn't want to have him use too many pitches so that he couldn't be used again. We knew Graham needed to build on his last outing and stay sharp. So 1 inning, 16 pitches, that means he'll be available again tomorrow and Sunday. So just wanted to get guys in and out so that we wouldn't burn anybody at that point. And once again, that's an explosive offense over there. We just didn't want to mess around. We didn't want to mess around. All right, thank you.